My name is Anthony Kimori, and today allow me to share some insights on succession. To be precise, land succession. Now you may be asking yourself, what is land succession? In simple terms, land succession is the transfer of the said property from the deceased to a loved one or to a relative in accordance to the Succession Act. In this case, there are two types of succession. One where the deceased did not leave a will is referred to as the intestate succession. Here, the estate in this matter is to be distributed in accordance with the Succession Act. The beneficiaries have to be in order. In this matter, the closest family members of the deceased are going to be given priority, or so to say. Then afterwards, the parents, the relatives in that matter. Now the second one is the testate succession. Here the deceased left a will, and so in accordance with the will, or rather even to follow the will, the said estate is going to be distributed in accordance to the will, following or legal actions. Land succession, or rather even land inheritance, can be a very tedious activity, but the court comes in to ensure fairness up to the last minute, following or rather even in accordance to the law or the Succession Act. For this process to be seamless, number one must obtain relevant documents. Documents, I mean, the original title deed or title deeds, copies of national identity card. As well, one must have the deceased death certificate. As well, must submit the will if applicable, or yes, in that said matter. And lastly, proof of relationship to the deceased. Here we can say maybe marriage certificate or maybe a birth certificate. Secondly, filing of a succession case. Here the beneficiary or a family member is required to file a petition in the High Court, accompanied by an affidavit listing all assets and liabilities, as well as a schedule of the beneficiaries. Upon submitting, or rather even upon submission of the said documents, the court has to advertise the said petition at the Kenya Gazette for a period of 30 days to allow any objections that may arise or that could arise. Now, if these 30 days elapse and no objection has been brought forward, the court will grant you a document. This document is referred to as the grant of probate or letters of administration. Third is confirmation of the grant. Now, after 6 months, the court may confirm the grant if no objection has been raised or brought forward. Here then, the administrator has to distribute the said estate in accordance to the law or in accordance to the will if applicable. The fourth process is the land transfer. This crucial process happens in the Ministry of Lands. Here, the heirs or the beneficiaries of the said property are registered as new owners in the land registry. Now, this step requires submitting certain documents. Documents here, I mean the confirmed grant, the death certificate of the deceased, the title deed, and relevant documents that must be applied or that are applicable in this matter. Lastly, before purchasing a property where the landowner, or rather even the registered landowner, is deceased, one must ensure all due processes of the land succession are followed to the latter. This info has been brought to you by Isanga Property Agency, your best property investment companion. You can visit our offices in Voi Town along Butter Street, or even better, call us via 0776 900 708.